YTBC, this is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. And guys, in this video, I'm going to take the time to really deal with, in my last video, I lost my cool. I didn't almost lose my cool. I lost my cool because, I get so frustrated in the sport of boxing. I do. And I get frustrated that I like boxing more than I do UFC, but now I've actually found myself watching UFC more than I have boxing. Even though boxing is on free TV, it's on PBC, and there's a boxing fight damn near almost every night. But I find myself watching more UFC now than boxing because UFC is actually, they're giving me what I want. They're giving me fights that I want to see. See, let me talk to you guys about legacy and money, okay? Let me talk to you guys about legacy and money. You see, all these fighters, okay, you have a handful of fighters today that they think about their legacy before they think about the payday. And a lot of these fighters, they're very clueless, okay? Because if you fight for your legacy, if you really fight for your own legacy, then they don't understand that the paydays come when you fight for legacy. The paydays come. They come when you're fighting for your legacy. They don't understand it. The more tough fights you take, in the end, the payday is going to be millions of dollars, okay? You see, what Floyd Mayweather Jr. did was he laid down a blueprint. See, you guys can come on here and you can say that Floyd Mayweather Jr. didn't fight this person, that person. But if you look at his resume, he fought a lot of tough guys. He took a lot of risk. People, you're not going to sit here and tell me that when Floyd Mayweather Jr. fought Canelo Alvarez, that wasn't a risk. Actually, he could have really got hit and ended his career. When he fought Marcos Maidana, you're not going to tell me that that wasn't a risk. Okay? You're not going to tell me when he fought Miguel Cotto that wasn't a risk. When he fought Manny Pacquiao, that wasn't a risk, okay? You guys are not going to physically tell me that this man hadn't took any risk. You see, what Floyd did was he combined his persona with risk, and he profited off of it. He combined that with a risk. He had to take some risk. He had to take a lot of risk when he fought Oscar De La Hoya. He took risk. See, whether you guys want to believe it or not, Floyd Mayweather Jr. took risk. Okay, he took a lot of risk in the sport of boxing. And a lot of these fighters today, what they don't want to do is they don't want to take the risk. They don't want to take the risk. But see, if you put your legacy out there and if you fight for your legacy, the result is millions of dollars. Why do you think Canelo Alvarez has pretty much point blank, guys, made more money than a lot of these fighters? Okay, why do you think Canelo makes a lot of money? Okay, why do you think that Canelo can fight for no less than $5 million? Why do you think that? Okay? Why do you think that he can fight for no less than $5 million and make money? Okay? Why? Canelo's always going to make 7 figures in a fight. He always will. Okay? He will make 7 figures in a fight, and that's just because he's fighting for his legacy. Now listen here, let me take a break. I'm finna order me a smoothie for lunch. See, a lot of you guys don't know nothing about that. Y'all sit here and y'all eat all this junk food. Let me show you how Coach Shelton Harrison eat for lunch. Watch this. Okay? Let me go and order this smoothie, y'all. See what I can get.
Thank you for choosing smoothie. Can I help you today?
Yeah, man. Let me get a vegan nutty super grain, and add a little bit more peanut butter in there for me.
All right. Vegan nutty super grain with added peanut butter.
Yeah. Yep.
What size would this be today?
Let me get a small.
All right. So I got a small vegan nutty super grain with added peanut butter.
Yep.
Today.
Hey, yeah, add a little bit more peanut butter. That's just the way that is.
Alright, so a small vegan nutty super grain with added peanut butter for $6.47 at the window.
Alright, I got you. See, y'all guys, what y'all do, a lot of y'all fanboys, y'all run around here and eat, eat at McDonald's or something like that. This is my lunch right here. That's all I'm eating. That's all I got to eat, But anyway, yeah, back to what I was saying. Hold on, let me hear him get this right here and keep talking about what I was talking about. See, some of y'all guys, what y'all do is y'all eat a little bit too much, man. Y'all eat too much. And at lunchtime, most of the 80% of the time I eat me a smoothie or a salad. It's good for you, Eating a heavy meal at lunch ain't good all the time, man. All that grease and that cholesterol and all that crap y'all eat, that stuff ain't good for y'all.
You total $6.47.
Okay, yep, just swipe it on that card right there, man. But yeah, anyway, if you fight for legacy, y'all, if you fight for your legacy, y'all, then at the end of fighting for legacy is money. You get money. Like, again, why do I have to keep telling y'all? What about Canelo? Canelo's making money. He's 25 And he's already in those $1 million, 7-figure fights. He's already in those fights. And that's because, he's fighting for his legacy. Notice, a Triple G probably can get $1 to $2 million a fight, on average. If he gets that. But they're not fighting for legacy. Danny Jacobs, y'all not fighting for legacy. Billy Joe Saunders, y'all not fighting for legacy. You're not going to get those paydays. You're demanding a payday which you hadn't even deserved. You're trying to get what you haven't earned yet. And that's just the way that is. Okay, thank you. I'll wait. But that's just the way it is, You guys, y'all are trying to not fight for legacy. When I first started coaching, man, and I'll never forget, man, when I started coaching, at first in the beginning, man, I would take my athletes to meets where I know they can win. I would always take these athletes to these meets where I know they can win because I was always thinking about their psyche, I was always thinking about that. And then, at the end, man, I started really thinking about it. I said, what am I doing for these kids' legacy? Like, what am I really helping them do? Because they're not competing against the best. So I started taking these kids to these meets. And yeah, the first couple of years, kids were losing a lot of track meets, man. But, over the years, when I started developing my talent to coach people, then I started taking them to the most challenging meets. And guess what? My athletes, they started rising to the occasion. You see, I got athletes right now. Who will go to a tough meet and really fight to win that meet. They'll go to a tough meet. They want the competition. They can't stand going to meets where there's no competition. Could you imagine, y'all, if you can take that mindset into a boxer? If you can get that into a fighter. Get these fighters today to have that mindset to hate taking an easy fight. To hate taking a risk. Every sport you play, there's a risk that's involved, and that's just the way that is. But, a lot of people are not willing to take that risk. They don't want to take the risk because, what if I lose? These guys are thinking about they got sponsorships they can lose, they got all this. But if you continue to fight for legacy, and if you keep training like you're fighting for your legacy, like Canelo is doing right now, young in his career, then you'll see that you're going to win more than you lose. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, you too. You're going to see that you're going to gain more than you lose because, you see, when they criticize Floyd Mayweather, man, they criticize the crap out of Floyd. But one thing you can't say, Floyd trained for every opponent the exact same way. Floyd trained like he was a poor man. And Canelo trains. He trains very often. Canelo trains. He trains all the time, y'all. And the guy is fighting for his legacy. Yeah, you might see him riding the horses and all that crap and, with the star-studded girlfriend. You may see Canelo with all that stuff, man. But at the end of the day, y'all, the guy's training his butt off to be the best that he can be. He walks around at about 175, between 175 and 180. So, he keeps his weight. His weight's always pretty, right around that area, man. He takes care of his body. And he's doing that. He's doing that now. Andy Lee is another person who ain't afraid to fight, man. Like, Andy Lee, he been in some tough fights, man. And I worry about Andy Lee's safety, man. Like, that's a guy I worry about. Like, I worry, like, when he retires, is he going to be cognizant? Because Andy Lee don't care, man. Andy Lee don't care. Andy Lee don't give a damn. Andy Lee just want to fight, man. Like, Andy Lee is one of those guys that he loves to fight. He wants to get into a fist fight. That's what he want to do. That's his goal. Andy Lee is happy when he got to get out. Man, look. Andy Lee got up off that canvas, man, against Billy Joe Saunders. He got up, man. And it was like a look of fire in Andy Lee's eyes, man. And Andy Lee came back strong after he got knocked down, man. That's the spirit of a freaking warrior, man. Andy Lee is a warrior, okay? And I respect Andy Lee because the man not afraid to take a tough fight. This dude ain't worried about wins and losses. Andy Lee don't give a darn about getting knocked out. All Andy Lee want to do, he want to fight somebody who can match him punch for punch. But a lot of these guys, you got your Danny Jacobs, you got your Billy Joe Saunders, you got your Triple G's, you got, and even sometimes I even thought Peter Quillen did that for a while. You got all these different fighters, y'all, that don't want to fight for legacy, man. They want to fight for the paycheck. And we, the fans, we know that that's what y'all about. And that's why. That's why the popularity. Yeah, we all been giving Ronda Rousey a hard time. But you know what? At least Ronda Rousey wasn't afraid to fight for legacy. At least she wasn't afraid now. When she get in the ring with Chris Cyborg, I don't have nothing else to say about Ronda Rousey, okay? But, at least she stepped in the ring with Holly Holm. And at least she is going to get in the ring again with Holly Holm. I don't advise it. But she's going to get back in the ring, so you have to give that respect. UFC fighters, you rarely find one that's going to duck a person, man. You rarely find it. But boxing, This is a duck fest, y'all. It's a duck fest, and everybody, man, these guys are okay with ducking it. It's okay with some of these guys. They don't care. They don't care, man, if they're being, if people are they're ducking people. And they don't care what people think about it, man. Because they don't care about no legacy, because these guys ain't got no honor, man. They don't honor anything. But guys like Canelo, you know, guys like Andre Ward, guys like Andy Lee, they got honor, man. They honor their legacy. And if you can't honor your own legacy, then why the hell are you doing anything anyway to not do it at the highest level? I couldn't stand doing anything at the lowest level. I couldn't stand doing it. I can't stand doing anything at the lowest level. And these guys, they totally accept that, and that's why I get so angry with these guys, because they're okay, man, with taking an easy fight, knowing that they'll dominate the guy, but there's nothing for legacy. They're okay with that. They're okay with people questioning their legacy. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. You guys, y'all take a look at this. See, that's what y'all need for lunch, some of y'all guys. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.